Gal Gadot, is that how you say her name? Gal Gadot has been tapped to play Cleopatra, and fan reaction is split. We are live, guys. Oh, here's people in the live chat. Deborah's here, Soha's here, Mortad is here. Who else? Everybody. Okay, yeah, there's a whole bunch of people. Hi, everyone. Guys, if you're watching this later, make sure that you are subscribed and you also hit the notification bell so you can see when we go live so that I could highlight your comment like this. How's the... Oh, yeah. So Soha already confirmed that the audio is great. Am I pronouncing her name right? Gal Gadot? I just know her as Wonder Woman lady. That's how I know her. Wow, 2 ads. That's great. Alright, so let me zoom in. People are getting butthurt over Gal Gadot being... By the way, I'm so glad that they're making Cleopatra. Oh my god. Please, please, please. More ancient Egyptian movies. More ancient anything movie. Anything. Anything. I hope it's like actually good. I saw like they made Egyptian movies about ancient Egyptian gods, and it was unwatchable. So I really hope they make it. I mean, she's in it. It must be Gal Gadot. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it must be good. It must be good. I'm looking forward to this movie. But people seem to be butthurt. Why are people butthurt? I mean, that's what else is new. Am I pronouncing her name right, guys? Gal Gadot. Okay, Soha is on Twitch also saying audio is great. Millennial Male is saying hi, Armin. Hi. Yes, AJ is saying she's so damn sexy. She should play Sexy Kelly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she played ancient Greek mythology stuff, so why not ancient Hinduism related stuff, right? Is it historical fiction or will it be historically accurate? I hope Cleopatra's story. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be accurate. Man, yeah, that story of Cleopatra is such a good story. I hope they're gonna make it based on everything based on the real stories. All right, so let's see. Gal Gadot's casting as Cleopatra in an upcoming Paramount film has launched a debate about the Egyptian ruler's ancestry and whether the actress is right for the role. Well, Cleopatra was Greek, right? Right? She's like a descendant of Alexander the Great. After Alexander the Great invaded Egypt, it was the Greeks who ruled over Egypt, and Cleopatra was a descendant of Alexander the Great. And I believe she was the last one from that dynasty? From that, yeah. Yeah, when she killed herself, that she was the last Greek ruling over Egypt. Am I right? Katie is saying, yeah, she was half Greek. Half Greek? I thought she was fully... I mean, I guess she was marrying with the... Not completely Greek. Okay, somebody confirm. The film, which will be directed by Patty Jenkins, am I pronouncing that right? From a script by... I'm not even going to try reading this. Okay. Was Gadot's... was Gadot's idea and is being billed as an epic biographical drama. The news was first revealed by Deadline. Gadot, best known for playing Wonder Woman in 2 Jenkins project, including the upcoming... let's go over the butthurt. So, okay, by the way, Gadot is of Israeli descent. She is far from the first white woman to play the role. Okay, so there were other white women who played Cleopatra. So, again, every time someone's race or ethnicity becomes an issue, you know you're either dealing with explicit, open, racist people, but these days, more likely, you're dealing with the Wokistani Mujahideen. You know, this is like yeah. I mean, it used to be that racist people were were the main. I mean, technically, this is also racist, but you know what I'm talking about. The traditional, explicit racist people, they made people's races the focus on everything they cared about, right? Like they made it an issue. But these days, it's the woke people. I mean, why does it matter? First of all, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to point to the fact that she's Israeli, so she's Jewish. Why are we calling her a white woman? But I'm pretty sure Israel, when it comes to Jewish people from Israel, they're actually pretty diverse because they come from all over ever since the foundation of Israel. So, like, I don't know, like, where white. I don't even know if we should have that discussion. Whether she is white, she's not white, she's Jewish. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It shouldn't matter. God damn it! Why does it matter? She's a great actress. God, you know, that's all that it should matter. Well, Soha is saying yes, Armin, you're right. She's Greek. Yes, she was Greek. Assassin's Creed origin is a Greek ancient Egyptian name. Oh yeah, so Katie is saying it could be wrong. She pronounces it T. Oh, I don't know. If I'm pronouncing names wrong, just forgive me. Toro is saying 60% of Israeli Jews are Mizrahi Jews, Jews from North Africa and the Middle East. Okay. Again, this shouldn't matter. Well, look, okay, so first of all, you guys are saying which Rivka was on to. Why? Because of her ethnicity or because she has. See, are we playing the same game as these people? I mean, I love Rivka to be on as well, but not because she's Jewish, ethnically Jew, okay? Are we doing the same thing? Are we caring about people's ethnicity rather than the skills and the information that they have to offer? All right. This is the tweet. She announces it. Cleopatra is the story I wanted to. Okay, so this was Gal Gadot's own idea to do this. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna read her tweet because fine. I'll read her tweet. Gal Gadot is saying, "I love embarking on new journeys. I love the excitement of new projects, the thrill of bringing new stories to life. Cleopatra is a story I wanted to tell for a very long time. Can't be more grateful about this A team." Yes. All right. Cleopatra was descendant of I don't know how to Greek who established himself. I don't know how to read this. Who established himself as himself? You mean herself? Why am I reading this wrong? Hold on. What does this mean? I'm gonna learn something here with you guys. Oh. Oh, this guy. Oh, this is just another dude. So this guy. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know how you could put a P next to a T, and ask people to read it. Like, how could you put P, T, and O next to each other and ask anybody to read it? Okay. This guy's name is just. This guy has a stupid name that I'm not gonna read. So she was a descendant of this dude. He who made a king of Egypt, the death of his companion Alexander. Oh yeah, there you go, Alexander the Great. After the death of his companion Alexander the Great. Okay, so apparently I thought Cleopatra is herself the descendant of Alexander the Great. Obviously not. What was I thinking? Alexander the Great didn't have any sons to rule over the lands that. Yeah, okay, so obviously I was being stupid because Alexander the Great, when he one of the reason why his empire got split into four pieces was because he didn't have any sons. So just because so the Greek ruled over Egypt after Alexander the Great, but not from Alexander the Great's own descendants. So yeah, Cleopatra is the descendant of the Greeks who ruled over Egypt after Alexander the Great, not the descendant of Alexander the Great himself, because the dude didn't have any kids. By the way, this is Alexander the Great had the same problem that Muhammad did, right? Muhammad had no sons. When he died, his empire got split between the community. I mean, his community got split in two, the Shia and the Sunni. And Alexander the Great also had no sons. And when he died, his empire got split in four pieces because he didn't have any sons. And another person that we could compare this to is Genghis Khan. He had the exact opposite problem. he died and he had too many sons. And having too many sons also makes your empire split into so many pieces. The most ideal situation is for you to have only one son when you die. Not 0 sons, not 2 sons, but 1 son. That would be the most ideal situation as a ruler. However, because her mother's identity is unknown, Cleopatra's ethnicity remains a mystery. Okay, so she's either half Greek or fully Greek. So now we know. How could those guys have been so bad? Yeah, let me see. All right, so here's the juicy stuff. This is what you guys have been waiting for, okay? I think. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm sure Gal Gadot is going to do a wonderful job as Cleopatra. However, for me personally, I would love a Cleopatra who's darker than a brown paper bag, because that seems a bit more historically accurate. You know what, guys? I'm going to allow this. You know why? Because as much as I'm going to be like, first of all, you're wrong. It's not historically accurate. Nobody knows. I mean, we can't tell what Cleopatra's skin color was like. And you're an idiot for even caring about the skin color. Okay? So Morgan, you're a moron for that to matter to you. We don't know Cleopatra's skin color, and it doesn't effing matter, okay? I'm pretty sure most of you, if somebody that we know historically was white, had a white skin color, and we found a great actress that was darker to play them, you wouldn't be crying about being historical. Like, historical accuracy is not the issue here. Come on, guys. Can we admit that these idiots, if we had somebody that we knew historically they were white, but found an actress that was a bit more darker in skin, right? They wouldn't be like, man, that's too dark. That's not historically accurate. Find me an actress that is a bit whiter. Probably not. So shut the F up about historical accuracy. That's not at all your concern. You are just a bunch of racists, okay? That's what you are, right? That's the first one. Secondly, because we don't know Cleopatra's mother, we can't really tell what the skin color is. So, not that it matters, okay? However, this is fine. Because this person is not like, cancel it! Cancel! Shut the whole thing down! Shut it down! It's race! Shut it down! I don't like it, it's racist, okay? She's not, even though she's a effing moron, right? At least she's like, hey, not my cup of tea. I don't like it. I wish she was darker. Not personally, I don't like it, okay? Fine. Don't watch it. Stay at home. Don't buy the movie. Go watch something else, okay? So as stupid as this is, it's much better than all these other people who are like, yeah, this movie shouldn't have been made. She's just saying, I'm not going to watch it. That's fine. You don't like it. Don't watch it. So I'm okay with this. I'm just going to call it as stupid and move on, because I'm hoping more takes like this. You know? You don't like it? It's your problem. Right? You agree, guys? Terrell saying the the wokesters did not complain about the rumors about Idris LB. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, is that the guy who made um what was that movie? Get Out? Get Out? Yeah, Get Out. Get Out. That was a good movie. Is that the guy who made that movie? Um, Hold on, let me re-highlight this. About Idris Elba potentially taking over the role as 007. Oh no, that's someone else. Idris Elba, who's that? I thought that was the director. Oh no, Idris Elba is someone else. I thought. I don't know. I don't know celebrity names. Oh yeah, okay, I know that guy. I just know faces. I'm really bad with names. Idris potentially taking over the role 007. Okay, so they might say 007 is not a real person. He's not you don't have to be historically accurate because there's no history of 007. So you can make 007 whatever color you want. So that's what Terrell. I'm gonna try to steelman them. Maybe that's what they will say. Um, yeah, they're gonna say if they want to pretend that they care about historical accuracy, they're like, why should we complain about 007 being black? Whereas the his 007 is not real. I mean, it's mostly not real. It could be based on somebody. Luke is saying when staging Anthony and Cleopatra. Oh, who's gonna play Anthony? By the way, Anthony and Cleopatra. The Shakespeare's play, a variety of actors, both white, black, and everything in between, still play her from the RCS to the to the National Theater to movies. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, she should. By the way, let's not. Here's the thing. Let me be fair to this Wokistani people. By the way, I'm pretty sure if we found somebody like that was just black to play Cleopatra, a whole bunch of butthurt people would show up. Not these Wokistani people. So these Wokistani people are hypocrites. They wouldn't be angry at that. But there would be other people who would be butthurt about that. They'd be like, "Oh, Cleopatra was not black. How is she? Why? Like so? Yeah, the racism exists on both sides." Adia is saying she should watch it with inverted colors. Yeah, then she would be happy. Let me see what else are you guys saying. Oh, I beat you to it to what? Katie's saying, didn't a black guy play Thomas Jefferson in Hamilton? Wait, Thomas Jefferson wasn't black? I'm just kidding. Yeah, why are they not butthurt? Yeah, that's a good example, Katie. Why are they not butthurt over that? Yeah, exactly. That's a good example. All right, so here's the thing. Trev is saying a Cleopatra movie could be a huge step forward for big nose representation, but Hollywood just won't allow it. What the hell? Big nose? Is this a joke? This must be a joke. Is this a. What the hell is this? Why would this be an issue? Is this a thing? Why did this get 4,000 likes? I don't understand this one. Please stop retweeting this. Then I don't understand why this is an issue. It worked for love. Wait, so these people are now worried about no. Wait, they're now worried about nose sizes now? Representation? You guys know who else cared about? I'm not gonna mention it, but do you guys know who else cared about the sizes of noses? Do you guys know who else went and measured people's nose sizes and made that an issue? This is this. I mean, if this is satire, why is it being highlighted in this news article? Somebody saying in the live chat, "I have a big nose. I need representation." Is that a joke? It doesn't seem like a joke. Is it a joke? Better be a joke, because No, it doesn't seem like it's a joke. It seems like people are taking. Oh my god! It's actually. Look at this. People are actually talking about. Yeah, I hardly think that it should be about noses, but I hope they do the story of the real Cleopatra, who was a smart and powerful woman, and not a remake of Elizabeth Taylor. Look at me, I'm pretty version. Oh, shut up. No, they're talking about nose sizes, guys. They're actually genuinely talking about nose sizes. Wow. What has the world come to? Luke is saying Steel Manning Hamilton for a second. They went in specifically with an expressionist version, not attempting to be completely historically accurate. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Is the man is the actor? Yeah, guys, I wasn't saying Hamilton shouldn't. I hope the point wasn't. We don't need to steelman Hamilton because we don't care about the skin color. It doesn't really matter. The guy is a good actor, so whatever. People love it, regardless. It shouldn't like we don't even need to steelman it. We're not like calling it. Oh, like look, Hamilton is dark, so you guys shouldn't have Hamilton. No, we're calling it. We when we point to it is to show like they're hypocrites because they don't make a fuss about it. But it's not like we make a fuss about it. I don't care. Like we shouldn't care. Anyways, let's look at this other tweet. Paramount Pictures casting Gal Gadot as Cleopatra has the same energy as this. Wait, let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So I understand how. Okay, let's just steelman this one, okay? Because I do understand why some people think that using blonde hair, blue eyed version, like making Jesus blonde and blue eyed, it's just dumb, right? Because it's just like, it seems like that is the only way to look good, right? That is the ideal look of him for a man and a woman. And that is racist, right? And but I just think like these people's react like overcorrecting, right? Because Gal Gadot, this is not the same energy. I'm sorry, no, it's not, because Gal Gadot is not like, yeah, I understand, like I've making men who are different, like, and women have blonde hair and blue eyes as a way to make them more appealing in textbooks or art. Yeah, that stuff that is just like, yeah, cut that crap out, right? But this is not the same energy. So she's Izzy is saying Paramount Pictures casting Gal Gadot as Cleopatra has the same energy as this. Nope, because Gal Gadot has been chosen to do this is because she's a great actress. Nobody, I don't think anybody was like, you know what, we need somebody. We need to. Gal Gadot is white, and that makes her. No, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it because YouTube is gonna strike this down. But you know what I'm saying. The same thinking process, the thinking process that went beyond taking Middle Eastern Jesus and making him white and blue eyes and blonde hair. The thinking process that went behind that, for example, and people these days are calling it out rightfully. That thinking process was not behind the reasoning for somebody picking Gal Gadot as representing Cleopatra. So this is absolute BS, Izzy. No, it's not the same energy. So shut the F up. All right, let's look at Al Jazeera. There's some more butthurt here. Actually, Al Jazeera did a better job than Los Angeles Times at collecting some butthurt. Here. Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Luke is saying wasn't yeah, okay, yeah. Again, guys, every time I respond to one of your comments, I'm sometimes I'm not saying what you're saying something. I'm just using your comments to bring up another point. So and then every time I do that, somebody's okay. Luke is saying wasn't accusing you of anything, but I volunteer a lot in theater. Wow, that's pretty awesome. That must be fun. And this question comes up all the time, looking at it from an artistic perspective. Yeah, I think passing on some an actor or an actress that does a very. I do think like at some point maybe it could be some people you could take into account if it's getting too far away from reality. Maybe you're like maybe it could be a small part of the equation, right? But maybe somebody's just so good that you could ignore that, right? For example, if somebody was just not darker skin but just black, and then you have like a white actor, completely white actor, people are like or the opposite, if somebody was just like historically was just white, and then you have like a black actor representing them, you could be like, yeah, I don't know if people will can relate to this, right? Either way, both in both directions, right? But then, so it might be. I mean, I think if we lived in a mature world that could have discussions like this without everybody just pointing at each other and call racist, then it could be like, yeah, maybe we should consider being a little bit closer in both ways to reality if you think the audience cares about it. Or you could be like, you know what, this is so far away from reality, but goddamn, this actor or actress is so good that we're not gonna get somebody this skilled on this. So forget it. Like it's okay for it to be not even close to what the original historical figure. The audience just loves this person, right? So let's say they were some they were representing a historical a person that is completely white, but this actor who's like like just fully black, the audience doesn't care because that guy is just that good, or the other way around, right? Somebody who's historically black is represented by somebody that is completely white because they're so good at what they're doing that the audience doesn't care. But again, the audience, if the audience caring about it is coming from being able to relate to somebody because you know historically what they look like, not because the audience is being racist in any way, we can't have those conversations. We cannot, the reason why we can't is because people are just idiots, right? If everybody's just going to become accused of racism left and right, right? So you just, I mean, it seemed like Terrell would like in his theater. It seems like people are able to have that discussion. Yeah, but don't Luke. Sorry, no, not Terrell. Luke. Luke, in your theater, it seems like people are mature enough to be able to have these discussions. But I don't. I hope the woke mob doesn't. Has the woke mob came for your theater activities at all? I just think it's more easier these days to have the discussion the other way around, right? If somebody was historically white, and but people love a certain actor who's black, people are like, yeah, we don't care. We love this guy, so it's fine. It's fine. People are like, yeah, okay. Nobody's gonna get butthurt over that. Be like, yeah, we love this guy, so we don't care that he's not white, right? But the other way around, we're not able to have that conversation. If somebody is historically black, if you want to have a white person representing them, and again, it also depends on the story, right? I mean, if somebody is the best white actor, I don't think you're gonna pick them for like 12 years of slave. If you being black is part of the story, then you can't ask the audience to just pretend that you're not. Oh my god! Imagine! Oh my god! Imagine, guys. This should. Imagine like you were making a movie like 12 Years of Slave, and the slave who's supposed to be black, they like just brought a white person, and like guys just like no, and the entire movie, even though he's white, he was just pretending that, like, let's just pretend he's black, but he's like being taken captive as a slave, and they keep referring to him as like an N word or something like that, but he's a white dude, and like guys just ignore the fact that he's white. because he's just so good. Okay, like if your skin color is relevant to the story, then I guess in that situation also skin color should matter, right? Um, like okay, so or like would these people be butthurt if like the slave owners? Oof! Imagine if you made a movie and the slave owners were black, even though historically they were supposed to be white, right? And you're like, hey, we're just increasing diversity. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, that should be a sketch. That should be a comedy sketch, right? So the slave, like we go like, in United States, in the southern states, and then you're saying like, all the actors and actresses are black, including the slave owners. And like, hey, we're just trying to increase representation of that. Oh my god, guys, somebody make that a sketch. That would be awesome. That would be funny. Um. Oh yeah, Luke is saying like so. This is in theater, right? So Luke is involved in theater. Luke is saying like you can swap ethnicities in certain roles. Hamlet, for example, but Othello is never swapped because ethnicity is essential to the character. Okay, so yeah, again, you could have these discussions with an open mind if people were not butthurt. So it seems like your theater is not have a case of wokeism, right? Again, these mature discussions. I mean, it's not mature. It should be like our standards are so low that we consider these mature discussions. But again, your theater, if once it gets taken over by some wokey people, none of these discussions that you're having, honestly, with people involved, will be able to take place. Torel saying hilarious scenario. Western filmmakers tell an Indian story. Dilemma: do they pick a dark Indian or a lighter Indian? In the latter case, Indians will be butthurt. They just color everybody blue. Just color. Yeah, and the Hindus figured it out with their gods. Like, oh, what do we do? These gods are supposed to be dark, but we don't like it. Just color them blue. Just make American movies. Just color everybody blue, and then like nobody should care. I just think the fact that we have to have this talk in the first place is a problem. Exactly. AJ just summarized everything. Thank you so much, AJ. Anyways, you guys are giving me too many comments to read, so we can't finish these articles. So let's look at this. This person called himself the Afro Nerd. Let's see what the Afro Nerd has to say. The Afro Nerd is saying white people keep. If you say okay, if you refer to people by their ethnicity, that's already an issue. Let's close this. White people keep casting white people to play Cleopatra and ancient Egyptians, but cry when someone casts a black person in a fantasy TV show or movie. Make it make sense. Also, nice to see we still can't count on white women to cast women of color. Alright, moron. If you refer to white people as just generally like this, if you make a general statement about an entire ethnicity of people like this, then guess what, Afro Nerd? You're a goddamn racist. Imagine if I said that, this is Afro Nerd, he or she, or them or it, is referring, is just think like you cut hypocrisy, right? But it's so funny when people are being hypocrites when they think they just caught hypocrisy. Like, I got hypocrites, and they didn't mean hypocrites. You know why? Because this Afro Nerd, I'm almost certain that if anybody made any statement about saying black people keep this, and that, and you were meaning to say something negative about an entire group of people, then these people would lose their minds. Their heads would explode. Look how they're talking about an entire group of people in a negative way. If you did that about any other group of people, any other group of people other than white people, these people would rightfully call that racist. White people keep. Shut up. Just shut up. Look at this. White people keep. Yep. Nothing else after this matters. You're a racist. You're a goddamn racist. Almost swore. Imagine if I say black people, then said something negative. Jewish people, then said something negative. Hispanic, just said something, generally said something about an entire group of people, and said something negative. I would be called a racist, and you would be right. You cannot make general statements about a group of people like this. Afro nerd, you're a racist. You're a racist. And guess what? We here are consistent. People who are crying over a black person representing somebody in fantasy, yeah, they're idiots as well. And if you show me specifically which tweet, I would be like, yeah, they're as racist as you, the Afro nerd. But you get too wrong doesn't make it right. You think because those other people are like butthurt over things that shouldn't matter, then what? That you get to be butthurt as well? Like, yeah, why? Like, actually, you're doing it worse. Here's the thing: the Afro nerd, you're actually worse than those people, okay? Because the people who say like, oh, 007 shouldn't be black, you're like, you're an idiot. The 007 can be black. It's fine, right? But I wouldn't say maybe they're not racist, but they're idiots, okay? Same as people is like, oh, Cleopatra should be black. Okay? They're also idiots, not racist. Both of those groups, I would call them both out. They both care about race and ethnicity more than they should, especially if it's fictional characters, right? Especially, both sides are idiots. I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm being consistent. Both are idiots. But I wouldn't go as far as saying either one of those groups are racist. But the Afro nerd, I would call you a racist. You're worse than both sides of those groups because you're making a general. You're talking about white people in a negative way, you know. And I would, if you did that, if you generalize any group of people based on ethnicities, I would be consistent and call it out racism. This is actual real racism. And it's funny because you're referring to a Jewish woman. Oh my God, the group of people that are the most, historically oppressed. So. Yeah, Dirty Dancer saying Jews are also called white whenever it's convenient to an argument. Exactly. Let me actually show some. By the way, here. There's more. Randa is saying, yeah, Cleopatra was Greek. Oh, there we go. Somebody actually know their history a little bit. Oh, but you're still butthurt. Jesus, I get it. God damn it. But casting a Zionist! Oh no, these idiots. God damn. But casting a Zionist whose family is Polish, Austrian, Czech as the Queen of Egypt in 2020, why not just rewatch the Liz Taylor version? God damn it, man. Okay, your racism is showing. Your racism is showing, Rhonda. So a lot of people notice like, hey, you guys want Cleopatra to be like Egyptian or darker? Well, Cleopatra was Greek. And actually, yeah, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. I mean, I keep wanting to pointing out, like, even if she wasn't Greek, it shouldn't matter. But the fact that she was Greek, or half Greek, or whatever, or purely Greek, makes this all more funnier, right? More like moronic. I almost said the R word. But look at this. But casting a Zionist. God damn, these Wokistani people have gone full circle. Look, Lexi Alexander, a Palestinian German director, said the role should go to a black actress. Why? Why? Why should it go to a black actress? God damn, these people are racist. It's so amazing. This is what anti-racism looks like in 2020. Pure, explicit racism is now being labeled as anti-racism. Apostate prophet, apostate prophet is here saying white people killed the dinosaurs. Never hashtag never forget. God damn it, man! Look at the racism showing here, guys. This is dog whistle for anti-Semitic views. When you cannot tell people that you hate somebody because they're a Jew, you call them a Zionist. Your racism is showing. This is real dog whistle. Oh, Katie's saying apostate prophet is here. Yeah, wait, did he say something earlier? Oh, there you go. All white people. Apostate prophet is saying all white people are racist. They never give me free money when they see me. Yeah. Oh God, what else? What else is up? Oh, I'm sorry, my ears. Okay, okay. Whenever I want to yell, I'm gonna put the microphone further. I couldn't help it. This was, come on, guys. This tweet. Let's see if anybody's calling it out. What are the responses to this tweet? This was annoying. Okay, this is Arabic. Oh my, okay. This lady is saying my pressure rose from the stupid comments. So this Arab lady, her issue was not the tweet itself, but the comment. But her being called out as racist, that's what she has an issue with. So Randa, I don't read comments from anyone I don't follow. Shrug, my time is too precious. You're a racist, Randa. I'm sorry. You might never read the comments. I'm pretty sure you do. That's bullcrap. So Eve is saying, if you're actually making this argument, Gal Gadot is indigenous to the Levant. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. She's if this mattered, if any of this mattered, she's closer. Yeah, so yeah, the people that are saying you should have a black actress, that would be less accurate than having somebody closer to. Actually, the Levant shouldn't be the issue. The fact that she is European makes her closer to the Greek background of Cleopatra than a black actress. I mean, I don't want to have this discussion because it shouldn't matter, but even by their own standards, they're morons. They just look at you. When you're this obsessed with people's heritage, you know you're a racist. When you keep changing, like the people like, oh, what's in your DNA? Oh, where did this people come from? Oh, what's your ancestry? Oh, like, oh, this person was born from this person and that person. You know who you know what who the people that you sound like are the people that I can't even mention their name because YouTube will strike me down. It might strike this channel. Might strike this YouTube. Might suppress this video. Okay. That's how what you sound like. You sound like the neo-Nazis from World War II, the German fascists. Okay, I'm not gonna mention. It starts with an N. It rhymes with Nazi. Okay, your obsession with people's DNA and their heritage and where people came from and measuring people's noses now and checking their skin color. Those are the people you sound like. Instead of like, the fact that you like, oh yeah, she's a great actress, she's going to do a great job. The fact that that's not what you care about, and you want to test people's DNA, and you're looking at the history of people's DNA, and like, hey, let me check if your DNA matches, like let's look at the studies and see like Cleopatra's DNA and see if your DNA is close to this or not. Those are the people, yeah, you know, if these people were in charge, they would have like they're gonna have measuring tools for actresses, and they're gonna be measuring people's noses, and they're gonna be measuring their skull, and then they're gonna do a DNA test, and they're gonna check their skin color, and they're like, oh yeah, we're anti-racist, and they're gonna look you in the eye, and with no sense of irony, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're We're the anti-racists. This is why this is why I like people like, oh, Armin, why are you against anti-racism? Are you a racist? You must be a racist if you're against anti-racism. We're like, no, because what you call anti-racism is not just, it's not even implicit racism. It's, you guys are explicitly racist under the anti-racism label. Luke is saying the woke is creeping into theater. Yeah, well, enjoyed by last, Luke. I lost a place at drama school in London because they already had a skinny white boy. 5 months of auditions, and that's what was in my letter. Or like, oh, okay. Like we can't have too many skinny white boys. Jesus, God damn it. Katie saying they can convert to Hinduism. They can find which person is the reincarnation of Cleopatra and give them the role. Mortal saying you are just defending racism because you are. Oof. Yeah. 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 By the way, the Persian community is as bad as these Wokistani people, right? The obsession with heritage and ethnicity, and we're true Aryans. And like I tell other Iranians, like, wait, like I tell a lot of Iranians, like, you guys know we have Arab in our blood, right? And that's heresy for them, right? Like, you guys know once when Iran was invaded by the Arabs, we got mixed with them a lot. And my uncle told me that if he has any Arab on his skin, he would burn it off. That was his reaction to this. And they think like these studies are like a Zionist conspiracy to make Iranians look bad. They think the studies that shows Iranians have Arab in their DNA, it's a Zionist conspiracy. That's what the response is. That's the community that I grew up in. Okay, That's why when I see the Wokistani racism, I'm like, yeah, I know you. I've seen you guys. I know your way of thinking. This obsession with heritage and DNA and blood. I also joke around that, you know, all the women that I sleep with are grateful for the Arab DNA that I have. Yeah, Murtad is saying, damn. Katie is saying the Persian community is crazy about Cyrus the Great, and they keep making weird claims about him. Yeah, I know. But let's stay on this. Hold on, let me go back to Al Jazeera. Look at this one. Okay, this tweet. Lexi saying, I don't know if I missed another announcement or if this is still about Cleopatra, but we already went through this at great length when Angelina Jolie and Lady Gaga competed for the role. Remember, this is the last 3D image simulation Egyptologists created of Cleopatra. Again, Lexi, we don't know who Cleopatra's mother was, so we can't exactly know what her skin color is. And also, this kind of looks like what's her name again? Gal Gadot. Yeah, this is actually quite close. Yeah, look at her. This is her. I mean, other than the fact that she's darker, she's... Okay, wait, so then you guys found the perfect actress. Wait a second. I mean, the nose and the facial features, like, yeah, not bad. Pretty close in my opinion, unless you only care about skin color. Others... By the way, do you guys know... I don't know if this is true. I heard it. I could check right now after I say it if it's true or not. Because people... Okay, here's the thing. Because the ancient... A lot of people are saying like, oh, ancient Egyptians, right? When you talk about ancient Egypt, you're talking about Like more than 5,000 years of history, right? I think. Yeah. Well, actually, not all of that is ancient. Yeah, no, 5,000 years of history. If you, yeah, if you think everything after alleged birth of Christ is not ancient, then everything below that you consider the ancient history of Egypt. Yeah, around 5,000 years of worth of history, right? But they keep people when they talk about ancient history, they think about it as a whole. It's just like, oh, in the past, long time ago, right? Um, but yeah, like over these thousands of years, the heritage of the people keep changing, right? And a lot of people are saying, I haven't seen any tweets here, but some people are saying like, wait, I have this one here. Look at this tweet, right? Abdul is saying, so there were no Egyptian women to play an Egyptian queen. You do realize that Egyptians today are very, 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 very different from the Egyptians back then. Well, maybe I said one too many very. Not that very, okay? Because we're all just like, yeah, but like, yeah, especially Cleopatra with Greek background. And the Egyptians today have a lot of Arab in their blood, but the Egyptians before the invasion of before the Arab takeover of Egypt, they didn't. So technically, if you guys are so obsessed with heritage, you should not pick an Egyptian woman. Like if you actually picked an Egyptian woman to play Cleopatra, if these people were being consistent, they should have been like, "Hey, wait, why are you picking an Egyptian woman? You shouldn't pick an Egyptian woman. Because Egyptian women today have completely different heritage than than Cleopatra. Like, do you guys think these people would be consistent? Do you think these people would be like, nope, don't pick an Egyptian woman. You're not being historically accurate. Oh, guys, here's an interesting thing that I just thought about. Gal Gadot, right? What do we know her for? What do we know Gal Gadot for? Oh, guys, I have a hot take right now. Hot take coming in. Coming in. What do we know Gal Gadot for? Are you guys ready? Tell me, live chat. So it's not just me. Anybody in the live chat? Yes, there we go. Finally. Yes, Wonder Woman. Right? So it's not just me thinking that. Like, yeah, when you think Gal Gadot, you think Wonder Woman, right? What is Wonder Woman based on? Greek mythology. Where did I miss it or did this happen? Did we have Greek people butthurt saying Gal Gadot is not Greek? Where are the tweets? Did it happen? Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Did we have Greek people from all around the world? See, Soha is saying exactly. Mind blown. Do we have Greek people around the world butthurt and saying, wait a second, Gal Gadot does not have a Greek heritage. Why not pick a Greek woman to represent Greek mythology? Did that happen? Maybe I missed it. Is it possible that there are some group of people in the world that have moved beyond thinking about ethnicity? I mean, technically, Greece has just recently had neo-Nazi people involved in their politics. But they just recently got rid of that, so that's good. But overall, on average, maybe they're less insecure about their heritage and their ancestry than these other Wokistani people to care about that, right? Where are all the people? Where are all the Greek people crying like, "Wow, you're stealing our culture! This is our culture! You have to have a Greek woman representing." Why did that not happen? Is it because some people's minds are past thinking about ethnic background? What do you guys theory? Okay. Here's the Steelman. Akka is saying Wonder Woman is a made-up character. Cleopatra is real historical figure. Completely different point. Really, Akka? Okay. If if she was okay, here's the thing. Let's play this game. All right, Akka, completely different point, right? Is it really? Okay, let me give you a better example then. I'll come up with a better example. Okay. Here's a movie. Okay. Alexander. You guys have you guys seen this? 2004 movie. Who was the main? Who's the person that? Oh yeah. Colin Farrell played Alexander in the movie Alexander. So Colin Farrell, does it have heritage? Irish. So Colin Farrell is Irish, and he played Alexander in the 2004 movie. Do we get people butthurt over this one? Is anybody butthurt over Colin Farrell, who is not Greek, playing a real historical figure, I call? Do we get that? Oh yeah, Dirty Dancer is saying because all whites are lumped together. That's why. Yeah, exactly. What is happening here? Yeah, but they don't do that with non-white people. Terrell is saying Greeks won't be butthurt about anything so long as she's hot. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with Greeks then. Yeah, Murtad is saying, but they aren't even complaining that she isn't Greek, right? Because even now the Greeks don't care. They want her to be black or modern Egyptians, even if Cleopatra was Greek. Yeah, exactly. They pretend that they care about historical accuracy. That's not what they care about. They just let me tell you guys, all of this crap is code for all this. They're all pretending like, oh, Cleopatra, heritage, historically accurate, no fictional, non-fictional, real person, not. All of this is code for what they actually care about. And you know what they actually care about? What this is all about? What they're actually telling you, and you guys know that they're telling you this? They're just like not saying it directly. Do you guys know what it is? We hate white people. This is a fuck white people statement. This is all just that it is. This is all that this is. This is all of that. This is not about historical accuracy. This is not about, oh, this is a fictional character, this is not a fictional character, oh, this Cleopatra was Egyptian, oh, why this is too, you need to be darker because it would be closer, oh, why it's like, no. All of this is them saying fuck white people. This is just pretending, just dressing it as something else. They're racist. They're just racist. These people are just racist. Akel, your point about historical figure was proven wrong, so I don't know what you're saying. All right, let's look at another tweet. Jennifer is saying, wrong on so many levels. I'm not sure if I'm more offended because she's a colonizer, warmonger, or just a terrible actor. Oh my God. So apparently, so here's the thing: these people, anybody, they consider anybody to defend Israel in any way, or consider themselves like they call them a colonizer, warmonger. So Jennifer, as much as stupid you are, at least you're not making racist arguments. Okay, so you guys are saying she's not a great actress. I don't think so. I think I loved her in Wonder Woman. Okay? Yusuf, okay, guys, if I miss one of your comments, maybe make the comment again, because if you tell me to just mention my comment, I can't go scroll all. If I scroll all the way back up to look for your comment, I'm just gonna lose everything. So maybe instead of asking me to just like go back and find your comment, maybe just make the comment again, but don't post it like 5 times in a row or something like that. Taro is saying, according to Wikipedia, it seems that while Cleopatra's mother is not definitely known, historians estimate it to likely be a queen of, I don't know how to pronounce a P and a T right after each other, likely Greek to people's geography sucks. Okay, so it's like potentially also Greek. So she could be, so Cleopatra is potentially fully Greek. Not that it should matter. So I was saying, so they're really angry about the skin color. Cleopatra was Macedonian Greek, so most likely she was white. So if they were about historical accuracy, then the actress fits perfectly. Yeah, they don't care about, no, they don't care about historical accuracy. They just hate white people. That's what this is all about. Gal Gadot's grandparents are from Germany, Poland, and Austria. None of those are Mediterranean. Even the surname was changed. It used to be Greenstein. Yeah, well, Cleopatra was okay. Cleopatra was Greek. This guy's saying a Mediterranean woman playing a Mediterranean woman in a movie. That's again, none of this matters. Jesus Christ. Wait, why are they? So they're referring. Okay, so this is why people. This is why some people hate Gadot. Okay, Gadot was an active soldier in military when Israel invaded and bombed southern Lebanon in 2006. Well, Gadot is Israeli, and you don't have a choice not to be an active soldier. Military service is mandatory in Israel, and if you happen to be a soldier, wait, did she enlist as a soldier, or was she just like doing her mandatory service when that war just happened to happen? And by the way, just for the record, we're looking at Al Jazeera, and we know Al Jazeera to be biased, so so just be careful with what we're reading here, okay? In 2014, during Israel's 52-day war on the Gaza Strip, in which more than 3,000 Palestinians were killed, the majority of the civilians, she expressed her support to the Israeli army. And this is the post that she made on Facebook. I am sending my love and prayers. Oof, I don't like that. To my fellow Israeli citizens, Gadot wrote in a Facebook post. Especially, and then here's another one. Especially to all the boys and girls who are risking their lives protecting my country against the horrific acts conducted by Hamas, who are hiding like cowards behind women and children. Ooh, I like that. We shall overcome. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Okay, so whatever your politics, whatever your views are on this, I'm more okay with people being anti-Gadot, even though I'm not going to make this about Israel Palestine right now, okay? Because that would be its own separate live stream. We will have live streams on Israel and Palestine, right? But whether you disagree with Gadot's position on this or not, this is not as these takes of being against her for this is not as moronic as caring about people's heritage and DNA and skin color and nose sizes. Okay? So even if you think like somebody, like if you're like an Israel did nothing wrong type of person, and yay for Gadot for saying stuff like this. Again, I do not ever endorse any country's policies outright fully like this. I can tell you that Israel did a lot of mistakes and committed a lot of crimes, but not as much as Hamas, right? Definitely way more from the other side. And Israel has done also a lot of great things that I celebrate and cherish, right? So I would not I'm not anti-Israel as a whole or pro every single thing that Israel did, right? I do make judgments on policies and actions individually rather than group an entire countries condemn or support an entire country. So that's my position. But even if you do condemn Israel fully or support Israel fully, please acknowledge that this attack on Gadot is our standards are so low right now. We live in a world that people care about ethnicity and so much that even if you think this attack on Gadot is wrong, it's so much better than the people that are attacking her for her ethnicity. It's so much better. Like, you could be against her. If you're against her for this, for her tweets, for something that she actually said, for an action, even if you're wrong, in my book, you're way superior to the people that are measuring her skin color. Even if you're wrong. Dirty Dancer saying Armin liked partying in Israel. Case closed. Yeah, I love partying in Israel. I also like partying in Palestine. I actually love partying in Palestine. Guys, I was in Palestine. I have videos of this. We were in a bar in Palestine drinking alcohol with a hijabi atheist who had to be a hijabi because of her family. Secret, undercover hijabi atheist drinking alcohol with her in a bar in the patio while the azan was playing in the background. That's my experience in Palestine. Tell me, isn't that was what I did in Palestine? Yeah, that was fantastic. When that was happening. Yeah, Kate is saying that's middle as stuff. Yeah, I was like enjoying the irony and the beauty of that moment, every single second of it. I'm glad that Drew from Genetically Modified Skeptic actually recorded it. But we made sure that the hijabi atheist was not shown because obviously she was trying to hide her identity and all. Here's the last tweet that we're going to look at. Steven is saying, whatever you think of her being cast as Cleopatra, never forget that Gal Gadot proudly served and continues to support a colonial army notorious for maiming and murdering civilians. Okay? Again, my position on Israeli army is that they have rightfully protected Israel and they also have committed crimes. Hey, what a concept, right? That is not a contradiction. Imagine being able to hold these two positions at the same time in your mind, okay? The Israeli army has rightfully protected Israel from attacks, rightfully protected Israel. and I support that. And Israeli military has also committed war crimes. These two statements is true at the same time. They do not contradict each other. But we live in a black and white world where people are either anti something or pro something. You cannot be like, yeah. So, again, I'll look at, I tell you, even if you ask like people like Armin, what do you think of this person? Do you agree with Sam Harris or Jordan Peterson or this guy or that guy? Like, do I agree with their entire everything they've said? I'm pretty sure not. Like, give me one statement, one position. So I always tell, if I cannot fully, if nobody should be able to fully endorse or condemn or be against one individual. And if you can't do that with one individual, how could you do that with an entire country, right? But either way, again, with Stephen's point, Stephen is, even if you disagree with Stephen, or even if you agree with Stephen, you have to give it that this is a better reason to be against. I'm not against Gal Gadot. I love Gal Gadot. Okay, I love Gal Gadot. I love her acting. I love her movies. Maybe I will change my mind once I see Cleopatra. Okay, but I'm excited and I love her. I love Gal Gadot's acting, and she's hot, right? Right. So more movies with her would be great, and it's not like cringy. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that, right? But she was great. Okay, but even though I love Gal Gadot, I see that this attack on her is way, 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 way superior than people who are talking about her heritage. Anyways, let me see what else you guys are saying. Luke is saying, I love stories like that, gives me hope. I bet she's talking about the Palestinian story. Turo saying, ironic to describe an army filled with minorities like Arab Druze, Ethiopian Jews, etc. as colonial army. That's like saying the Indian army is colonial army. Luke is saying there isn't an armed force in the world that hasn't committed war crimes at some point in the history. Exactly, Luke. Okay, but again, it's not like you could argue though that some have done more worse than others, right? And usually it's correlated. The amount of crimes that in armed forces committed has more to do with how much power you have. I mean, okay, so here, like for example, I'm pretty sure I'm almost one. Again, this is not an excuse. I'm not okay. People are gonna take this as an excuse, even if I say this is not an excuse. Okay, but I'm just gonna say this is not an excuse. Israel's army has committed crimes, and what I'm about to say is not an excuse for the crimes. I'm saying that, but somebody's gonna say I'm making an excuse. I'm pretty sure that if Hamas had the military capability of Israel, the crimes would have been astronomically higher. The war crimes that the Hamas, with their ideology, would have committed with the military capability of Israel will be genocide level. Way higher than Israel has ever done. Guys, did you see how before yelling, I moved the microphone away so that your ears don't get hurt? Can I yell like, is that a good idea? Because I really need to yell sometimes, okay? I'll just yell and I'll just move the microphone like this. So your ears are... Is that a good strategy? Alright, so we're going to end this here. Okay, Dirty Dancer is saying the Sam Harris argument. It's not a Sam Harris argument, it's just reality. I'm not making excuses for... This is just reality. Come on, we know this is reality. It's true for other people as well. Let me think about this, right? So, we know, for example, that if the neo-Nazis today had the military might of the United States, we'll be screwed. Like the whole world will be like right. So yeah, the neo-Nazi ideology right now, their ideology is worse than. So you could be like, oh, United States is committing like war crimes around the world, right? And we should call that out, right? And I could say right now, well, yeah, that's horrible, and we should call it out, and it's really bad, and I do call it out, right? But we could also know that if the United States government was run by neo-Nazis right now, again, I'm not, you guys know what I'm referring to, it would have been a lot worse. Is that like a duh? It would have been a lot worse. If it was run by ISIS, it would have been a lot worse. If China replaces the United States as a superpower one day, with their current values, I argue that maybe when the GDP per capita in China grows, I'm hoping Enlightenment values becomes more popular. But if China today was the world superpower instead of United States, as bad as the human rights violations are by United States, right now, like I call out United States for supporting the war against the Yemeni civilians. I have called that out many times as United States aiding one of the worst humanitarian crises of our lifetime. United States is definitely responsible for it. But I also know that if China was the world superpower right now instead of United States, the human rights violations would have been astronomically higher. This is just fact. Dirty Dancer is saying Harris just argued that the sides weren't equivalent because Hamas would have genocided Israel if the shoe was underfoot. I mean, I think that's true, though. Actually, no, I don't think that's true. I think Hamas needs an enemy to be relevant. I remember, I know that some neo-Nazis, for example, were. Yeah, I mean, they would commit a lot more, they would do a lot more genocide, but I don't think they would completely wipe them off. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. It's hard to predict. But I know the Nazi people, the German fascists, who I'm not going to mention their name, who started with N, they were worried, at least one person was on record, one top general. Again, maybe I'm wrong about this, but this is what I learned. One top general was on record of worrying about how to unite the German people when the Jays are all gone. Right? So I don't know if that's a. But guys, here's an interesting fact. You know how I was telling you earlier how people look at all ancient Egypt as just ancient Egypt, as if it's just like one part of history? I have to check this if it's true, but there's another thing that I heard, and I will check if it's true or not. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But to tell you how wide this whole how long of a time that we're thinking, like we're looking at when we talk about ancient Egypt, this is an interesting fact. I think maybe a lot of you already know this, but Cleopatra's birth is closer to the moon landing than to the building of the Great Pyramids. I think that's true. Yeah, because the Great Pyramids were built 5,000 years ago? And Cleopatra was born close to the alleged birth of Christ, just a little bit before that. And we're just 2,000 years away from that. So yeah, the distance between the building of the Great Pyramids and the birth of Cleopatra. Oh, somebody's saying it's about halfway. So maybe it's slightly more than Cleopatra to the moon landing. Actually, let me check if that's true. Yeah. No, no. Yeah, it's actually. Yeah, actually, it's actually around 500, around 400 years more distance between. So there's approximately 2,480 years between the building of the Great Pyramids and Cleopatra, but only 2,040 years between the birth of Cleopatra and the moon landing. Yeah, so around 400-year difference. Yeah, Cleopatra was born in 1st century BC. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it shouldn't be if people know history. But the fact that they're like, oh, ancient, this is like, because I saw a lot of people, like, I was watching some videos on this, and people are saying, like, oh, yeah, this is ancient Egyptians, this is their ethnicity. Like, ancient Egyptians, like, you're talking about, like, a lot of years that's just like ancient Egypt. Like, I mean, the Great Pyramids is considered ancient Egypt for Cleopatra. When Cleopatra was alive, yeah, the Great Pyramids was ancient. That was ancient Egypt. Anyways, I'm gonna ace it. Terrell is saying Israel has a nuclear capability. If Hamas has that, they would go full in on caliphate lunacy, like ISIS tried with conventional weapons. I don't think so. I don't. But here's the thing. The difference is, again, I don't think like we should group all Islamic loons as if they would have the same strategy. Okay, I know they're all loons, but some of them are less suicidal than the other ones, right? I mean, ISIS was like destined to be crushed like that. Like they were. You know how Adolf, I'm mentioning his first name instead of his last name, the ruler of fascist Germany, right? Um, I'm mentioning his first name because I think YouTube is sensitive about mentioning his last name. The way he went against all the world, some historians say, like, yeah, he was destined to fail, right? Like one way or another, that would have not he wouldn't have been able to maintain that for long. Okay, and I think like ISIS was the same. Like the way ISIS, like you just spread yourself so thin across so much land, and you're not going to be able to hold that for very long. And that's why Adolf, within one generation, his project just failed. Project, and so did ISIS, right? I mean, it's really it's easier for you to just put full on, like invade a lot of land if you just use all your resources and you look at us, just take it over, right? But then you discover really fast that holding it is more difficult than capturing all of that land, right? Um, especially if you exhaust all your resources, and especially if these other countries have friends and allies, right? Like one group of people that managed to actually gain a whole lot of land and then maintain it were the Arabs, um, right after the alleged death of Muhammad, right? But the reason why they managed to maintain all their land with very little resources is because the Persian Empire and the Byzantine Empire, they were like so weak from years of fighting each other, and also because of the disease, the plague that they suffered from, and the Arabs didn't, because the Arabs didn't live in cities, right? So when they fall, they didn't even have allies to back them up, because they are the allies that come to back you up. Like they were the empires that come and help out when some of their proxies fall, and if they fall, then there's nobody else to come back you up, right? But again, the reason why I think Hamas will be very different from ISIS is because Hamas is a lot more strategic than the loons in ISIS. Again, they're all loons, right? But just because your lunacy is like religious, that doesn't mean your military strategy is also as moronic as ISIS, right? So what I'm saying is Hamas is a lot more clever than ISIS, right? So they wouldn't do something like if Hamas ever had nukes, they wouldn't do something with it that would mean the end of them. Unlike ISIS, right? They would be a lot more clever with the way that they use it. The way they would if they use it, they would be like if they know that the whole world is going to come and end them right away, right? So anyways, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that they will not try to create a caliphate or something like that. Yeah, so Terrell is right about that part. They will try to become a lot more powerful, a lot more influential, take a lot more land, than they have, whatever. But they would not do what ISIS does. They're not the same. Not all jihadis are like each other. Katie's saying we are as far from Cleopatra as Cleopatra from the Great Pyramids. The pyramid. Oh yeah, I already said that. Okay, Terrell is saying, oh, I agree that Hamas is smarter than ISIS. I'm hoping by saying ISIS instead of saying this way people usually mention that, I'm hoping that that's going to help me maintain monetization on this video. But I doubt it. Guys, by the way, given the things that I said in this video, it's very unlikely for this video to get monetized. So if you want to help us out, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But again, don't support us financially if you're struggling financially, as always. Yeah, okay, so somebody's saying, Armin, check the covenant of Hamas. They literally have the goal to destroy all of Israel, so genocide is on the table for them. Yeah, I know that, but I didn't deny that. But again, they will not go about doing that ever if they know that taking action on something like that is going to be the end of them, right? So if they do a cost-benefit analysis and they realize that it's going to be the end of them, and they do better at cost-benefit analysis than ISIS, then they're going to be like, okay, this is our future plan, right? I'm not saying that this is not part of their motivation. It definitely is. It definitely is, right? And they recruit people based on that motivation, right? Like they tell people, right? But again, they're not going to carry it out if they ever rightfully notice that, yeah, if we do this, the entire, the world's greatest armies is going to show up at their door and they're just going to they're going to come and they're going to defeat us and they're going to put us all on trial. They know that that's what's going to happen. So that's a great, I'm not saying I wasn't suggesting that, oh yeah, they're not going to do it because they're not as bad as ISIS. I just said they're better. I'm not saying their motivations are not as bad as ISIS. I just say they're just better at cost-benefit analysis. So Terrell saying, oh, I agree that Hamas is smarter than ISIS. I am just saying they are in the same club, whereas the Taliban, as I see it, is different. Yeah, the Taliban doesn't have that many motives to go beyond the borders of Afghanistan. Right? Again, just because you're Islamic, that doesn't mean. I mean, yeah, Taliban actually does have motivations to go beyond the borders of Afghanistan, but only within Pakistan and maybe just just in that region at least. Oh, look at this! Adita is saying, "Great stream, learned a lot." Tata, gotta go. Well, I'm glad that you did. Okay, so I gotta go as well. Thank you guys. It's always great. I learned from you guys as well. Like you guys, Terrell, Luke, Katie, who else? Everyone else in the live chat. You guys, I learn a lot from you guys as well. Like I come here every time and thank you guys. And sorry if I missed any of your comments. It wasn't on purpose. I mean, sometimes it is on purpose. Sometimes but most of the time it wasn't on purpose. And if you are subscribed to the channel or if you're following us on Twitch, Link to our Twitch in the description. And then I love you so much. But if you're not subscribed, then you could go F yourselves. You could go. No, I was going to say something that was definitely going to get us in trouble. But yeah, screw you. I hate your guts. Why are you not subscribed? You could just subscribe so easily. It's just so easy. You just listening to me right now. Look, you just press. Just press the like button, press the subscribe button, and come on, guys, come on, do it, subscribe, guys, we're at 25,000 subscribers, okay?